The Alchemist was a book that turned lives around. And it's a thin book. It's very simple.
Okay.
But what it is, well, you'd love it because it's about a young shepherd boy. It's a story that dreams that he finds a personal treasure in Egypt.
Oh, wow.
With the pyramids.
Okay.
And it's his journey about giving up everything he knew to go on this journey to find a personal treasure. And the people he meets on the way, even though, everything gets stolen from him, he has those tragic moments. But you realize after reading the book that if it wasn't for that, he wouldn't have met the next person. If it wasn't for that job, he wouldn't have done this. If it wasn't for this tragedy of losing all his sheep, he wouldn't have done this. But realizing at the end that it was not about the treasure, and he realizes it.
Yeah.
And, as you're reading it, certain moments in this boy's life, you relate to yourself.
Yeah.
And so when you talk to other people that read it, they're like, which part? And I said, when he worked in that little glass shop, that resonated with me. Not because I've worked in a shop, but how you suddenly feel like you're a failure. You end up in this job or a sport or whatever, and you think you're stuck there. But you don't realize that job, you need lessons from that job, or people you meet there to take you on the next journey, which is you have to go through that in order to get to the next stage. So it's what you're telling me now, what you were just saying, that's what the book is. Now, a question I wanted to ask you about that. Do you think that's divine intervention, or do you think it's a accumulation of coincidences that happen at the right time? Or is there something guiding you?
I honestly just believe that we end up where we're meant to. I really do. And like I said, it's, you think that's the path you're on, but something happens and you end up on that path. And then something happens, you're right, I'm on the right track again. And then something else happens and you're like, oh, no, that wasn't meant for me either. But at the end of it all, I feel like our line of destiny is there, and we might get off track, but we'll always be brought back. The universe will always bring us back and give us something to give us a choice. And I believe that we will end up where we're meant to eventually.